What's up guys, your boy Rashad back again with another video. Today is the Walking Dead finale, season 8, episode 15, Wrath. So without further ado, major spoilers. This is your spoiler alert, so if you don't care about spoilers, let's just get straight into it. So I'm not going to go into everything that happened in this episode because not a lot happened in the grand scheme of things. I'm just going to keep it short, sweet, tell you what I liked, what I didn't like, and give you my ratings at the end. So let's get it. So we're finally here. It's been over 2 seasons of just battles and people dying and things being said and long walks down roads, and all out war has come to an end finally. And by that, I mean the saviors are done. This happened by the most unlikely of people. Unlikeliest? So I'm just going to dive into it. Saviors are gearing up for war. The Alexandrians and the Hilltop are gearing up for war. They've got the map that Dwight gave them, and they're ready. They spring the trap. I think Negan placed another trap on top of the trap, just because he knew Wick would realize it was a trap. I don't know what that was for. I think it's just to throw Rick off a little bit. Let me know in the comments if you have an actual explanation as to why he did that. But they end up on some huge hill, huge field, whatever you want to call it. The most open spaced area you've ever seen in The Walking Dead ever, apart from like when it was on the farm. Yeah, it comes down to Negan being Negan as usual, taunting them to the fact where they were going to kill them. Literally, if this plan had gone off without a hitch, Saviors would have wiped everyone out. They had them surrounded. They had them in a firing line. It would have just been bodies upon bodies. I don't think anyone would really have survived. As that happens, Eugene, being the genius that he is, caused all the guns to misfire and explode. So all Saviors' guns, they couldn't shoot them. They exploded. Most of them got down then. The rest of Rick's army decided to just kill everybody else off. There was only a small group of them that actually surrendered. And I apologize because I did not have faith in Eugene. I didn't think he had it in him to do this. Negan's gun also jammed up and blew off his, well, it injured his hand. He ended up running away. Rick chased him down and they had a little scuffle where Rick's been hit with this bat a lot of times, and that bat is covered in barbed wire. So Rick got hit in the stomach and it's probably just torn up flesh and just fucked him up. Rick's trying to reason with Negan. He's trying to be like, Carl didn't want this. There should be another way. Give me 10 seconds to explain it to you. Negan does hesitate for Carl, just for Carl, and you can just tell that like Carl's been like the driving force in this season. So I just hate that he's dead. I'm not over it yet. Negan lets his guard down for a second, and as soon as he does that, Rick just slices his throat. And it's only after he slices man's throat that he realizes that Carl was right. There needs to be something after this. The rest of the Saviors have surrendered. He gets the Dr. Sadiq to go and save him. I don't know how a medical student can do some kind of field surgery on someone who just had their throat slit, but he manages to save Negan. I'm very sad to see the Saviors go and be defeated. They were extremely fascinating to me, and Negan as a character was very, very well done. Well done, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, because you played that role well. The Saviors as a group are finished now. Maggie was completely distraught, which was probably one of Lauren Cohen's best acting scenes in the season. I felt it for her, man. Like Glenn, I loved Glenn as a character, and I'm so sad to see that he went. But at the end of it, it was just like, what are we fighting for? There has to be something after. There has to be. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to forgive them. You don't even have to like them or anything like that. But you can't kill all of them. Because at the end of the day, people are people. And you need people to survive. And that's what the message that Carl brought through. And just, it was a great message, man. I did enjoy that aspect of it. Now, I'm in two minds about this. So on one side, I enjoyed and understand the fact that this was wrapped up pretty quickly. On the other side, I'm just like, what the fuck, Walking Dead? This is another finale that you've fucked me over with. Like, Fear the Walking Dead has 2 back-to-back episodes sometimes. And when I first put this episode on and saw it was only like 47 minutes long, I was like, you actually are taking the piss. The only way I understand why it was wrapped up so quickly is because you've seen them battle the Saviors. You've seen them have fights. You've seen them lose people. Like, it's a battle of attrition. This war was attrition. It was guerrilla tactics over and over. A few battles. And it would have had to come to a head. There wasn't a lot of saviors left at this point. There wasn't even a lot of people that could fight the saviors left at this point. Do you see what I mean? So the fact that it was over pretty quickly makes sense realistically, but for me, I would have liked it to be drawn out a little bit longer. There was too much resolution in this, setting up for the next season, and not enough, you know, grittiness, like getting down to the final. It wasn't really a final battle. Saviors turned up, went to shoot, couldn't shoot, got wiped out, and that was it. It was basically just Negan and Rick fighting after that, which wasn't even a great fight after all either. But then I think I see what the writers wanted to do, because it showed how much they had actually lost. Because they had lost a hell of a lot of people, a hell of a lot of resources. Alexandria was completely wiped out. I don't know what's going to happen with that now. Kingdom has no soldiers left whatsoever. They're just a community of farmers now. Like Morgan said, they're both worse off. I know he's talking about him and Rick, but in the situations, both groups are worse off from fighting each other completely. Quick side note, the Oceansiders. Now, Tara and the Hilltop people, everyone that was left at the Hilltop, even the ex-saviors, they left because saviors came to the Hilltop to attack them. There was only about 15 of them, 10 to 15 saviors at most. Before the saviors could attack them, Oceansiders just happened to appear and throw some Molotov cocktails that looked like fucking napalm grenades and kill all the saviors, which they didn't actually need. And this is the only time the Oceansiders were useful. So what you're telling me is this whole time the Oceansiders were around, this is what it amounted to. All the talks that they had, the times that Tara's gone there, gone back, got weapons and that. This is the usefulness that they offered. Pointless bullshit. Like, oh my God, they didn't need to be in this season at all. The thing I didn't like most about this episode was obviously the way that it was wrapped up, and Maggie. The scene with Maggie at the end with Daryl and with Jesus talking about how Rick and Michonne were wrong. First of all, why is it Rick and Michonne? I don't understand why she even mentioned Michonne's name. Like, Michonne wasn't there saying, okay, no one needs to kill Negan. Maybe I missed something, let me know, because it was completely left field for me. I was completely baffled. Maggie thinks that Rick keeping Negan alive and in a cell as a form of justice is wrong and that he needs to die. So she's going to bide her time and then strike. It's like, you know in your heart Glenn would not want this. Jesus himself wanted to save saviors, but yet you're including him in the plan to kill Negan. Makes no sense. Jesus is not down with cold-blooded murder. So I don't understand why she even let him know about that. Daryl has got too much guilt and is too emotionally unavailable to even process his own feelings at this point. And I'm starting to dislike him as a character. I would rate this episode a 7 out of 10. It wasn't one of the best finales. But I did enjoy most of the actual things that happened in it. I didn't like how it was wrapped up really quickly at the end, but I understand why it was. I feel like there was too much setup for the next season. Anyways, let me know down in the comments what you guys thought. Did you enjoy this? Did you not enjoy it? Like, tell me exactly what you thought, because I'm in two minds right now. Leave a like. If you're new, subscribe. And as usual, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Taylor about the fucking flex.